an empire so fearsome that even the mighty Han Dynasty, masters of China, was forced to send them gold, silk, and even their own princesses just to survive. They crushed Han Dynasty army, estimated around 320,000 men. But who were these steppe masters? This is the story of how China's first Han Emperor almost lost everything to an enemy he didn't understand. The Xiongnu weren't just raiders, they were an empire, a confederation of fierce nomadic tribes united under a single warlord, Han-Xiongnu. Unlike the Han, they had no cities, no walls. Their power came from one thing: mobility. They could strike, disappear, and strike again before their enemies even knew what hit them. Years earlier, Modu's father, Tuman, had underestimated the growing power of China's first emperor, Qin Shi Huang. The Qin launched brutal campaigns, pushing the Xiongnu north, even building the first Great Wall to keep them out. But when the Qin collapsed, the Xiongnu returned, stronger than ever. Under Modu, they crushed rival tribes, expanded their territory, and became a nightmare for the newly founded Han Dynasty. Determined to end the Xiongnu threat, Emperor Gaozu led a massive army north. But Modu was no ordinary warlord. He had studied his enemies. He knew how the Han fought. A small Xiongnu force appeared, fleeing at the sight of the Han. It was bait. Gaozu took it. Suddenly, thousands of Xiongnu warriors burst from hiding, surrounding the Han army. Within moments, the Han forces were trapped. The emperor himself was cut off from his reinforcements. For 7 days, the Xiongnu tightened the noose. There was no escape. Supplies ran low. Morale crumbled. The Emperor of China, the man who had conquered an empire, was now a prisoner in his own war. Modu didn't need more bloodshed. The Han had been humiliated, and with a well-placed bribe delivered to Modu's wife, a narrow path was opened. Gaozu and his remaining troops slipped away through a gap in the Xiongnu forces, battered but alive. The Battle of Baideng was a disaster for the Han. Conquering the Xiongnu was impossible. Instead, they tried a new approach: appeasement. The Heqin policy, offering princesses, silk, and gold in exchange for peace, was born. But it wasn't a true peace. It was survival. The Xiongnu had won this round. But the war between steppe and empire was far from over. For decades, the Han and Xiongnu would clash. But one day, China would strike back. And this time, it would be different.